Now I'm sure you all know that today is a very special day. It's my birthday! And now that I'm starting to move through my teenage years, I thought it would only be appropriate to talk about something that has stuck with me throughout my coming of age, video games. There are a lot of games that I have enjoyed and that have influenced me throughout my life, but talking about all of them would take, as you might expect, a really long time. So for now, I'm only going to list off my top 5 favorite video games. These games have stuck with me ever since I first played them, and have sucked away way too many valuable hours of my life. Let's start off with my number 5 pick. Before I played this game, I didn't even know LittleBigPlanet existed, and to this day I still haven't played the first installment. But I was really glad I was given LittleBigPlanet 2 as a birthday gift, because it ended up becoming one of my favorites. The whole LBP series emulates a sense of wonder and creativity, and I specifically chose this entry because it captures that mood the best in my opinion. The story is filled with a variety of characters and locations, each based in their own country and culture. And while none of the characters have become one of my favorites, they added a lot of life to the game, and I can still remember them today. To be honest, I haven't picked up a LittleBigPlanet game in years since the series has mostly died out, but I can't forget the hours I sunk into creating my own levels for my family to play. The music, levels, and community of LittleBigPlanet 2 were very important to 10-year-old me, even if I don't think about it too much now, so I knew it deserved a spot on this list. You've all heard me go on and on about this game in my Dragon Quest Heroes review, so I'll try and keep it short. I really don't know how I got addicted to this game. Maybe the repetitive gameplay reprogrammed my brain or something, I don't know. I'll admit there are a good bit of aspects where the game fails. The story is pretty basic, the English dub is always going back and forth between really good and really bad, and as I mentioned earlier, the gameplay can be a bit mind-numbing. Despite all of this, I guess something about Dragon Quest Heroes just clicked with me, and there are still a lot of things to enjoy here. The boards are fast-paced and require quick thinking, and the characters have a wide variety of personalities and playstyles, so it's easy to pick favorites and, as a result, get attached to them. In the end, for me, the pros outweigh the cons, and keeping in mind that this is one of the few games that I put in the effort to 100% complete, I knew Dragon Quest Heroes had to make it somewhere in my top 5. I know a lot of people have criticized this game for being too easy, and they have a point. I mean, you literally can't die in this game. There's no way you can't beat it if you try. But I also know a lot of people have emotional value and nostalgia attached to this game, and I think that's one of the reasons I look back on Kirby's Epic Yarn so fondly as well. The bright colors, low difficulty, and soothing music all work together to make a relaxing, dumb fun, shut your brain off kind of game, and I don't really see a big problem with that. Kirby's Epic Yarn, and even the whole Kirby series in general, has never tried to be some deep, poetic franchise about learning the meaning of the universe. I mean, you just have to take one look at Kirby to know what you're getting into. Being a little sister myself, I remember the struggle of trying to play the big kid games, but dying so frequently that I eventually had to give up and let my dad play for me. So it's nice to have a game like Kirby's Epic Yarn that has a baseline difficulty of level 0. And honestly, if you want a challenge from this game, you can find it, whether by collecting all of the items or trying not to lose any beads. I always felt special to have my own game that I could play and win at when I was younger, and that sense of accomplishment I felt has stuck with me today, giving Kirby's Epic Yarn the number 3 spot on my list. To be honest, I was never even planning to play Splatoon. It just happened that the only Wii U set that came with Smash Bros. Came with Splatoon as well. Out of curiosity, I gave it a try. And then I spiraled into obsession and played the game my entire Christmas break. Splatoon is technically my first online shooter game, and while I'm not planning on picking up Call of Duty or Overwatch anytime soon, I'm glad I was introduced to the genre and had a good time with it. Admittedly, Splatoon only really dominated my 6th and 7th grade years, and I rarely play it anymore, but I have to acknowledge the hours I poured into this game, and I still love the Squid Sisters and listen to their music when I'm working on my projects. Splatoon was a pretty nice breath of fresh air for Nintendo. It was the first game centered on online play, or at least the only one I can think of, and it was nice to get a game that wasn't Mario or Kirby. Splatoon has also lived on for a pretty long time thanks to its surprisingly detailed lore, fun characters, and addictive gameplay. And while I personally haven't looked at it in a while, I still have Splatoon merch lying around my room or displayed on my desk. My friends even reference my Splatoon obsession pretty frequently, so I must have mentioned it enough times for it to stick with them. Overall, Splatoon's creative story and exciting gameplay made it a hit with me and many other Nintendo fans. Pocket Fighter isn't a household name, and I wouldn't be surprised if you've never heard of it, so let me give you a little introduction. Pocket Fighter doesn't have innovative gameplay. It doesn't have groundbreaking graphics. It doesn't even have a story. But it is the best game ever created. The gameplay is fast-paced and it keeps you on your toes as it slowly teaches you different patterns and techniques through trial and error. The graphics have a retro, chibi charm that you just can't recreate with today's technology. And what was I saying? The game does have a story, multiple ones in fact. You get to join the circus, star in a kung fu movie, cheat on your wife. Wait, in all seriousness, I've been playing this game since I was in kindergarten and I still haven't gotten tired of it to this day. I remember when I first started, I could barely beat the arcade mode, but I kept playing and one day something clicked and I just got better and better at it. Anytime it's a weekend or a holiday and we have some time off, my dad, sister, and I always get together to play some rounds of Pocket Fighter. It's goofy and corny, but it sparked my love of Street Fighter, and I'll always remember it because of that. And that was it, my top 5 games of all time. Hopefully you enjoyed this list, and if you want to see more videos like this or hear me talk about some of these games more, then make sure to check out my channel. Thank you all for celebrating my birthday with me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!